Today's video, let's talk about the act of effortless seduction. The truth is, the harder one tries to be seductive, the more likely they are to fail. True seduction comes from appearing effortlessly attractive. Now you might think you need to have endless charm, a sex appeal, or a perfectly fit body to have a chance with someone you like, but it is not necessarily true. So fortunately, psychologists and researchers have studied this area extensively, so now we can better understand what works and what doesn't work. So how do one become extremely seductive? Number one, you have to feel attractive. Now, seduction can be discouraging if you don't feel that you are attractive enough. Do you ever look in the mirror and wonder who would want to be seduced by me? Now, your mindset and how you see yourself are crucial when it comes to seduction. You might feel clumsy, awkward, or even shy when trying to be seductive. But no matter who you are or how you look, you can still be attractive with the right mindset. So as we go through other practical tips in this video, I want you to first of all remember that the only way you can be truly seductive is to believe that you can. Now this takes us to number 2, which is you have to be confident. If you are nervous while making a move, it might come across as unnatural or awkward or sometimes even creepy. Now, seduction is a delicate process. For example, think about a bird performing a dance to attract a mate. When it makes one simple mistake, it can actually spoil everything. So, it dances delicately until he attracts the mate of his choice. Now, we often mount too much pressure on ourselves when trying to be seductive. But one thing we have to have in the back of our mind is that we should enjoy the process because it is a fun process. So, as long as you are being respectful and not crossing boundaries, you don't have to worry about the outcome. If you somehow mess up, you can just laugh it off and then move on. Being less self-conscious also can allow you to focus more on how your partner or your crush is responding. And then over time, just like the dancing bird, it becomes easier for you to engage in this special dance of seduction. Number 3, get to know your partner. There is no one size fits all approach when it comes to seduction. Now, to be specific, the best thing you can do is to learn what your partner likes and dislikes. You might assume that what works for you works for everyone, but then you might be met with indifference. For example, a whisper in the ear can be more passionate for some people than a kiss. So, it is also useful to know how seduction differs by gender. Men and women often use different techniques. A study published by Journal of Sex Research found that women are more likely to be seduced non-verbally and visually, while men tend to use verbal approach and actions to seduce the women. So, if you want to appear extremely seductive, try using the type of seduction that person you are trying to attract will recognize. Now, number 4, make it clear you are being seductive. Dropping random sexual remarks here and there doesn't count as seduction. Make it clear that you are trying to be seductive. Sometimes our attempts at seduction can lead to awkward moments, like realizing the feelings are not mutual. So before you go on to try to be seductive, look for signs that what you are doing is working. That is, before you go on to pour out your heart, look for signs that my approach of seduction is actually working on this person. And now, you have to remember that it is okay to be a little awkward at times. as long as you're having fun with the process. Now, let's go to number 5, which is use your voice. According to a study by a social psychologist, Dr. Sally Farley, both men and women tend to lower their voices when speaking to someone they find attractive. Speaking in a soft, warm, and calm voice is a great way to show you are trying to be seductive. And it makes the process of seduction less intimidating. So, the other person may respond with the same tone, and by initiating, you can come across as confident and in control. So, number 6, be physical if appropriate. So, if the person you are seducing seems comfortable with you being physical, try gently touching their hand and getting closer to them. If they seem happy to have you in their personal space, then that is a strong sign you're on the right track. So that being said, enjoy the early stage of physical seduction, the hand holding, the playful nudges, and the light touches. Rushing to kiss too soon can make it seem like you are speeding through things. The studies have shown that a gentler approach is often more effective, especially when it comes to women. So, you have to remember that if the person tries to pull away or seem uncomfortable, you should also stop immediately. Seduction should be fun and exciting. If the other person isn't enjoying it, then there is no point in continuing. But be okay with the fact that attempts won't work every time. No matter how perfect your approach may seem, sometimes the person just isn't interested, and that's perfectly fine. So, in conclusion, best way to be extremely seductive involve how you use your words and your body language. Confidence and humor and being natural are also key factors to consider. So, rather than following strict steps to appear seductive, true allure comes from embodying seduction effortlessly. So, good luck on your adventure of seduction, and I hope you are successful in getting the right person.